Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Septia Tri Nur Islami, NIM K2219078, and today I would like to explain to you about what is the 7 elements of speech communication process and how do they can interact to determine the success and the failure of the speech. So there are 7 elements of speech communication process. There are speaker, message, channel, listener, feedback, interference, and then the last is situation. So let's discuss from the very first elements, which is speaker. So speech communication is always begin with a speaker, right? So your success as a speaker depends on you, on your personal credibility, your knowledge of the subject, your preparation of the speech, your manner of speaking, and your sensitivity to the audience and the occasion. So the second element is message. So the message is whatever a speaker communicates to someone else. So the message is the content of the communication process is include about the thought and the ideas that put into the meaningful expression, expressed in the verbally and then non-verbally. So the third element is called as channel. So channel is the means by which a message is communicated. So public speakers may use one or more of several channels, each of which will affect the message received by the audience. So the fourth is listener. So the listener is the person who receives the communicated message. Without a listener, there is no communication. So the fifth element is feedback. In public speaking, there is plenty of feedback to let you know on how the message is being received. Maybe when you are being a speaker, you will question yourself about do your listener lean forward in the seats, or maybe do they laugh at your jokes, or etc. Your listeners don't simply absorb your message, but they send back the message of their own, and that is called as a feedback. So let's move to the sixth element, which is interference. So interference is anything that impedes the communication of a message. As a speaker, you must try to hold your listener attention despite these various kinds of interference. So the last one is situation. The situation is the time and place in which speech communication occurs. Public speakers must also be alert to the situation. So that's all of about 7 elements of speech communication process. So from all of those elements, the success of a speech is wholly depends on the interaction between these several speech communication process. The way the speaker relates the message itself, the means by which the message is communicated, the way the message is received by the listener, the feedback from the audience, the lack of interference, and the time and place in which the speech is occurs. All of this is work together to create a healthy communication environment as a good speech. So I think that's all of my explanation. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.